Podcast number 3, date July the 4th, 2024. Topic: the zero-point field.
The God within me is very grateful to welcome the God within you to this experience of reality. The God within me is wondering what is the cause of the suffering of the God within you. What is the cause of the suffering of the God within you? The God within you comes to this experience of reality in order to learn better about himself, isn't it? If yes, allow the God within me to proceed now with this presentation. Today is podcast number 3. The title of the podcast is The Zero-Point Field. What is the zero-point field? In the series of books written by the author Lynn McTaggart, the zero-point field is presented to us as a theory of quantum physics, which was first conceptualized several decades ago. Since then, a long list of scientists have provided evidences supporting the existence of the zero-point field. So the zero-point field is more than a theory. There are evidences that are piling up to support this assertion about the existence of the zero-point field. I invite you to read a series of books written by the author Lynn McTaggart for more information, or invite you to refer yourselves to my upcoming synthesis of spiritual knowledge, which is going to detail all those evidences. The zero-point field is a primordial fabric of our cosmos. It is a tapestry, constantly vibrating, and depending upon the various rates of vibration of this tapestry, all the different phenomena of matter are emerging. The zero-point field is a source of the matter which is forming right now your body. What is forming your body is matter, but this matter is a result of the vibration of the zero-point field. This is because the zero-point field is vibrating that you can feel matter. If the zero-point field was still, there wouldn't then be any matter. The 0-point field is a source of what we call your consciousness. Your consciousness is something which is physical. You cannot see your consciousness, but it is something which is physical. And the source of this consciousness, this physical consciousness, is the 0-point field. So the consciousness is just the 0-point field vibrating at a certain type of rate. Okay. The 0-point field is also the source that is forming all the atoms, all the electrons, everything that you can perceive with your eyes, with your senses. Everything is formed by the 0-point field. So this field forms a body, it forms your consciousness, it forms everything that you can perceive. Everything that you can perceive is the 0-point field vibrating at different rate of vibrations. The main difference between one object and another is just a difference in the rate of vibration of the 0-point field forming each of these objects. By this tapestry underlying every phenomenon of matter, everything that we can observe is connected together. Everything that you can observe is connected together by this tapestry that you call the 0-point field. This object that you see around my arm, you think that this object is separated from me. But in reality, this object is connected to me. It looks like it is separated from me, but this is connected to me by the 0-point field. There is no separation between objects. There is no separation between people. Everything is connected by the 0-point field. I want you to imagine a man which is floating on the sea. Imagine now a dolphin which is passing on the sea nearby this man. Now, isn't the sea of water upon which both the man and the dolphin are currently floating, connecting both of them? The sea upon which the man and the dolphin are floating is connecting both of them. They are connected by the sea upon which they are floating. Now, isn't the body of the man and the body of the dolphin both made of water? So as you see, the water of the sea is connecting the body of the man and the body of the dolphin, but both the man and the dolphin are also made of water. So this water, you can compare it use a 0-point field. This sea of water, you can compare it with a 0-point field. The 0-point field is the building block, the source of everything. The 0-point field is a building block and the source of the physical man. The 0-point field is a building block and the source of the physical dolphin. And the 0-point field connects both the man and the dolphin, no matter the distance, because they are floating on the same sea. So the 0-point field can be understood by you for the time being as a sea made of units of consciousness which are vibrating at different rates. The sea of the 0-point field, we say water for you to understand, but this is not water. The 0-point field is made of a sea of units of consciousness. Mankind possesses a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. Mankind possesses a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. It has been proven that the subconscious mind of mankind is more in touch with the 0-point field than his conscious mind. By the subconscious mind, when mankind enters into the right state of being using meditation, then he may have access to the 0-point field. At the level of the 0-point field, time and space do not exist anymore. Mankind may encode information at the level of the 0-point field in order for this information to become manifest in the physical world. Because the 0-point field is the source of everything, is the source of the physical world, mankind is able to encode information at the level of the 0-point field. Then this information will become the physical reality after. Mankind may also decode information from the level of the 0-point field. Information that normally he may not be able to know any other way. Mankind is also able to perform actions at the level of the 0-point field which normally are not possible for him to achieve at the level of the physical reality. Actions such as, for example, the supernatural abilities that you may have witnessed. You have witnessed several supernatural activities, but understand that at the physical level, these things are really difficult to do. It's difficult to move an object at a distance at the physical level. It is difficult to do telepathy at the physical level. It is difficult to change the temperature of your body using your mind at the physical level. But when you reach the level of the 0-point field, all these things, you are able to do them. In the right state of being, the language that mankind may use to interact with the 0-point field using the subconscious mind are: 1. The language of archetypal symbols. Archetypal symbols that are present within the collective unconscious. Okay? So, the collective unconscious of mankind, there are some symbols that were used by our ancestors. There are also symbols that are known by everybody. All those symbols are called archetypal symbols. And these symbols exist in the collective unconscious of mankind. So, in order to communicate with the 0-point field, you can use those archetypal symbols. This is one method, one language. The second language that you may use is the language of wave interference patterns, such as, for example, the language of Hebrew, the language of Sanskrit, or the language of Enochian. All these three languages, Hebrew, Sanskrit, Enochian, are languages that you can use to interact with the 0-point field. This language were not created by men. Hebrew, Sanskrit, Enochian, this language were given by higher intelligence, by extraterrestrial beings. Extraterrestrial beings from very advanced civilizations gave Hebrew, Sanskrit, and Enochian to mankind in order to help mankind to develop their consciousnesses. So these languages may be used in order to interact with the 0-point field. So you must remember, the more a spiritual operation, as taught by me, is repeated, the more the state of energy coherence becomes manifest within the target of the operation and also within the space where the operation is performed. The performer of the operation also benefits from this cumulative energy coherence. So, remember, when you do the techniques that I teach you, every time you succeed to generate energy coherence, you might understand that it accumulates every time, the energy accumulates within the target, but also within the space where you do the operation. So you, the target, also the space where you do the operation, everybody is benefiting from this coherent energy. Now, there are various concepts that we need to clarify. You have heard people speaking of healing people or healing yourself using prayer and other things like this. When you do healing upon yourself, what is happening? How can you define self-healing? Self-healing can be defined as entering into the right state of being. A state of being which make you gain energy coherence. Then, once you enter into this right state of being, you are willing your subconscious mind to form harmonization between two states. The first state is the current state of the ill body, and the second state is the optimal state of your body as it is currently existing at the level of the 0-point field. Illness is a result of energy incoherence. The optimal state of a body is a state of energy coherence. Once both states are harmonized, then health comes back into the body which was ill. Okay? So self-healing, it means entering into the right state of being using the techniques that will be provided to you. Then once you enter into this state, you wish for your subconscious to harmonize your body with the optimal version of your body. You wish for your subconscious mind to harmonize your current body, which is ill, with the optimal version of your body which exists within the 0-point field. Because the 0-point field contains one version of your body which is in good health. So when you are sick, you wish for your body which is ill to harmonize itself with a version of your body which is in good health. This is self-healing. Okay? People are doing several things, but self-healing at the core. This is what is self-healing. What is healing others? Healing others means entering into the right state of being, gaining energy coherence, then wishing your subconscious to form harmonization between the body of the person which is ill, which is sick, with the body of the person which is in good health. Because just like you, the person which is sick also has a version of his body which is in good health, existing within the 0-point field. So you wish that this body which is ill become in harmony with the body which is in good health. This is how you heal people which are sick using the 0-point field. Now, what is divination? What is remote viewing? Divination or remote viewing is also entering into the right state of being, gaining energy coherence, then wishing our subconscious mind to connect with the fields in order to retrieve information imprinted there about a target indicated by various markers, no matter the location in time or space. So, when you do divination, when you do remote viewing, you are entering into the right state of being. Then you wish for your subconscious mind to connect with the 0 point field and to find information about a target using markers about this target. No matter the target location in time or space. The target may be in the future, the target may be in the past, the target can be on Earth, the target can be on Mars. There is no problem. You can gain information about the target. This is what happens when you do remote viewing or divination. You are using the 0 point field. What is remote influencing? Remote influencing is entering into the right state of being, which makes us gain energy coherence. Then wishing our subconscious mind to connect with the field, to influence a target remotely. A target which is indicated by various markers, no matter the location of the target in time or space. Okay, so you can use the 0 point field in order to do remote influence. You can move objects. People say you move objects with your mind, but in reality you are moving objects using the 0 point field. The mind only helps you to access the 0 point field, and then this is the 0 point field which is moving the object. What is telepathy? Telepathy is the same thing. You enter into the right state of being, then you gain energy coherence, then you wish for your subconscious mind to connect with the 0 point field for imprinting information there upon a target indicated by various markers, and to receive information from the same target. This is what happens with telepathy. You are connecting to the 0 point field, then you wish to send information to a target, and you wish to receive information from the same target through the 0 point field. So that was a brief presentation of the 0 point field. You will learn more about it in the synthesis of spiritual knowledge. Now, with this understanding, in the next podcast, the God within me will reveal to you, reveal to the God within you, the right state of being in order to access the 0 point field. Be blessed.